the Toronto Maple Leafs, who fall absolutely flat on their face in their series opener against the Tampa Bay Lightning, 7-3. And I mean, they went down early. Kudos to the Leafs. They crawled back in that game at one point, Frank. It was a 3-2 hockey game, and then Tampa Bay just poured it on late in the second, putting the game out of reach. It was, I mean, according to Leafs fans, an embarrassing night. It was just, they didn't have it, Frank. And it seems a little unacceptable, in my opinion, for a team to come out and give that kind of an effort when the narrative is you always crumble in the playoffs. To do that in the first game of the series is, I'd be concerned if I was a Leafs fan.
Oh, I think the concern is real. When you talk about the demons that the Toronto Maple Leafs have faced each of the last number of years, and just look at their fan base. This is at the game last night, just absolutely bewildered by that start. On their heels, Sheldon Keefe acknowledged that they started on their heels, that nerves were there. Goaltender Ilya Samsonov fighting the puck. And they looked like a team. I just keep going back to the quote from Paul McLean, their assistant coach, way back in 2021 during the Amazon series, behind the scenes series. Their demons are everywhere. They're in their heads, they're under their beds, they're in their cars. I wish I could have found the clip today. I searched YouTube for hours for it because it's that good. And it's still 2 years later, involves the same core doing the same thing over again. I was actually listening to parts of the first period on the car on my way home from my son's baseball game. Even the team's own broadcasters on radio, Joe Bowen, acknowledging that they looked scared in the first 10 minutes of the game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. What's the deal? All this hype and hubbub heading in. The Leafs are the better team. The Leafs are the better team. I love hearing what we heard from John Cooper after the game. I don't know. Wouldn't bet against our guys. The Lightning find a way to flip the switch. The Leafs, not only did they look like they were on their heels, they also got out-battled for a significant stretch of that game. And it's not like the Tampa Bay Lightning are sitting there any less skilled than the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're not going into Toronto scared. No one is going into Toronto scared.